Hey guys, welcome. Before we start, we do want to do some church announcements. Is that's kind of what everybody calls it? Since you be
not everybody,
you want to be like you want to be like all the other podcasts. So anyway,
bitch, you do AKAs now.
That's
so
just
what the
me.
Fuck are you talking
that's
about?
just me. The
so
show that you said it came from,
I
I don't even listen to that show. But anyways, y'all,
okay,
I do want to let y'all know we ain't gonna be arguing in front of y'all, but we is going on tour.
We might argue in the fucking green room.
You know, bitch. Anyway, we will be in the DMV on January the 19th. I do want to let you guys know we have added a second show because y'all show us so much motherfucking love. We sold out in 4 days. Oh. So we do have two shows.
Sold out by the
it's definitely gonna, no, maybe not. I don't know.
Merry Christmas, niggas.
Can you wait till I finish? We could do that in the intro. Damn, you always fucking shit up. Anyways, after that, should we announce? Anyways, we will be in Atlanta in February. I'll just throw that out there. I'm not going to give y'all the date yet, but tickets should be up soon. We will be in Toronto. Meet us in the 6th, bitch. March 9th. I'm hoping Drake comes by. I don't know if he's going to be in town, but we're going to try to get the little light-skinned goddess there or whatever. And then we are going to be in Chicago on March the 30th. We also went ahead and added a second show for Chicago because y'all love us in Chicago. Dates for Houston, LA, New York, and we don't know if we're doing Miami or Orlando yet, apparently, because we're not doing both.
We're doing Miami. I want to be a thought.
Okay, well, I guess we're going to do Miami, not Orlando. We're working on the rest of those details, but we're coming on tour. Anyways, guys, welcome to yet another episode of Horrible Decisions. Now you can say Merry Christmas, ho.
Merry Christmas.
Damn.
Love and light.
Damn.
I hope that you guys buy your girlfriends, your boyfriends, your lovers, your brothers, your mothers some Horrible Decisions tickets. Come see us. Come fly out and see us. People do that shit all the time. So stop telling us y'all ain't coming to Detroit or Philly.
Yeah, or New Orleans. Hop your ass on a flight. Not only that, real quick, this is a hive. This is the Horribles. You can come by yourself. Like, there's tons of people that be hitting other people.
I just started a post on Patreon. If you're going to any of the shows by yourself, come meet a friend, jump in the car. I mean, you know, I'm all about that hippie shit, bitch.
You are. I'm not.
I will.
But anyways, Merry Christmas to y'all hoes. I know I'm getting old. No, in real life, I know I'm getting old because my mom's like, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I'm like, I was really thinking hard.
Panties.
Wait, more adult than that. I was like, you know what? I really need some new pots and pans. So I'm asking, bitch, I'm asking for pots and pans for Christmas, and now I know I'm old as fuck. Bitch, I'm old as fuck.
Oh, if you guys are listening to this, I'm currently in Mexico with my family. They're probably driving me crazy. They leave on the 26th, and then I'm wilding out. So if you're there too, a lot of people have hit me up. I didn't know Mexico was like a thing for the holidays, but come kick it with me. I'll be in Cancun, Tulum, and Playa del Carmen. Let's hang.
I love that, and I think that's dope. You're just rich. I will be wherever someone flies me out because these tickets are too expensive. So I'm waiting. I got a couple places I may be.
You should see how shitty my hotel is. That's how expensive the flight was.
The flight is disgusting. So I'm like, people are like, where are you going for the holidays? Wherever nigga fly me. But my niggas be married, got kids. So I got to wait till the 26th to be flown out. So at the 26th, I don't know where I'm going to be. I asked one nigga, he was like, I said, I just want some nice shoes. He's like, I don't know what nice shoes is. I'm like, fine, give me a scarf. I want a nice scarf, like an expensive scarf.
Speaking of niggas and gifts.
Oh, yeah, we got a nigga here, y'all.
No.
Oh, you ain't gonna introduce him?
We was both wilding this week. I got drunk and fucking asked Scissors to move in with me on Instagram. You posted some niggas.
First off, why are you bringing this nigga up?
Because you put him on the internet.
So first off, let me tell y'all.
On the internet, nigga,
no, let me tell y'all real quick. I am single as the fuck. We were on the phone. So I'm bored. It's the holidays. I'm bringing old niggas back to the woodwork. They not going into 2019 though. So we was on the phone.
Okay.
We was on the phone and I was like, you got your hoes. He was like, nah, I ain't got no hoes right now. I ain't talking to nobody. And I was like, well, shit, I got my hoes on lock. So I bet you if I post a picture of you right now, your phone gonna blow up because I'm kind of hot right now. I'm kind of lit. And he was like, nah, man. Nah, I swear to God, that's what I said. I was like, I'm just gonna post it with no caption. He was like, it don't mean nothing if it don't got a caption. So I was like, fine, I'm gonna put eggplant emoji mine. And that's what I did. And I'm not gonna lie, I realized after posting that, I will never post my boyfriend. As long as we do this show. As long as we do this show. First off, my mama hit me up like, this is how I have to find out. Then his cousin hit me up like, I'm so happy. Welcome to the family, cousin-in-law. You know his cousin. Yeah. Then his old teammate hit me up like, man, I knew you was still fucking with that nigga. And I'm like,
why she said his old teammate?
Because what it is his old teammate. So it's Jordan.
There's a lot of niggas afraid.
I've said Jordan's name on the podcast plenty of times. I even told him he's not special enough to have a nickname. But then this is the problem.
No,
it's Jordan. First name basis. I don't give a fuck. But this is the problem with this podcast and you motherfuckers. Had he been a regular nigga, the fact that y'all, is this 24/7? Is this lawyer bait? Is this a nigga you pegged? Is this a nigga who, they listed like 4 different niggas and it wasn't him.
What do you think they gonna do?
Bro, now I know that I can't post my
Yo,
boyfriend ever.
I didn't tag her, right? I
Ever.
just posted some pictures of us. But I mean, we dated years ago, so like I figured people.
I
had
didn't even
already seen
believe
her.
that.
Why?
Oh my God, I had a girlfriend because I still don't believe you really be eating pussy like that. But I mean, I guess you do.
You seen
She
it?
gay as hell.
I got fucked up. All right, and I was like taking videos, and I was like, damn, who could I send this to that would appreciate it? Sarunas got one.
Oh, you being with a girl?
It was just like, you know what?
I'm a big fan of that stuff, so yeah.
It was a fun thing to see.
I would never watch porn like girl on girl. That's
Yeah.
boring to me. But real, like if I know you and shit, or like, you know, like some real candid, real life stuff, not a production. I want like real grungy, like
You want
holding
amateur?
a fucking phone. Yeah.
See, it
That
was
shit,
crazy.
I'm a fan of
No,
that.
and I
It was
just
a good one.
Well, I just
It
fucked the
was.
girl this weekend in Atlanta, and I'm not gonna lie. The whole time I was with her, I was
Bored?
like, "Fuck!" I was like, "Where's the dick?" Like I wanted to be penetrated so fucking bad. So she
Yeah.
fingered the fuck out of me,
Well, you
and
showed
I
us
was like,
that,
"Okay,
right?
that
See,
was
I don't
cool."
like
Yeah,
You too- you- you-
I
huge
was
fan
like,
of dick,
damn,
though, so.
I wanted a threesome. I was low key about to be like, bitch, you
Right.
ain't got no niggas to invite over here. What's up? But I was like, all right,
You
well,
should have
just
said
fuck.
that.
I know, but it was like 2:00 in the
See,
morning.
I like.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't need.
And this was my
fingers.
first
But
time
you gotta
fucking
understand,
her.
2:00 in the morning. Wait,
This was my first time fucking her.
For a nigga, if I get that at 2:00 in the morning, we talking. I'm waking my ass up like, oh, what? Okay, bet.
Yeah,
And
but
I'm
then
over
by
there
the time he would have
at 2:04.
came,
Facts.
you know, then maybe the drunkenness would have been gone.
And she would have been like,
Take
I don't know
another
what I'm
shot. What
doing.
you mean? Ride that level.
The liquor was done.
Let's intro our guest. Maybe.
Well, they
yeah,
know
I'm
by
over
the
here just
voice because
talking.
they're like, oh, I can't wait to hear his voice.
Oh yeah, okay.
By the
That's
way,
good.
y'all, his
I'm
teeth
glad.
is better in person. So now y'all might know who we
Invisalign gang?
talking about. Hey, Invisalign, gang, gang, gang.
You know what's one of the best things I've ever heard with your voice? And I think
What?
Joe Budden podcast was talking about it. It was great. When you said, oh, that's what you're not going to do is bring up my wife. I was like,
Oh,
oh.
yeah. Oh,
I know,
yeah,
made my
Joe.
pussy wet because that's what my niggas be saying. Let me stop. Anyways, y'all, we got, how you say your name? Because you got a weird ass name. What are
no,
you?
Yeah, Sarunas. I'm Black Panamanian.
Okay, well, I was just going to say, y'all, we got Dro from Insecure up in the
Right,
building.
right.
Hey.
I
That's
felt
my
really
name.
bad. I was like, I really don't want to have to like say that.
I don't care. I was going to say it. I'm going to ask all the questions you won't. So, we got the little light-skinned nigga
I
up in the
won't.
building. He about 6'8", y'all, so, you know.
So are you circumcised?
Wait, can we? Wait.
That was the main
Are we
question.
gonna move into
Okay,
it?
so we're gonna get into Icebreakers. Weezy started it. So we don't know if you've listened to a full episode, but basically what we're gonna do is our Icebreakers this time is gonna be from comments and questions from our listeners.
Okay.
You started replying to some on Instagram by your damn self, and I was like, damn, nigga, just wait.
Just one. Not
Okay.
everyone
You
deserves
didn't have to
clap
come for
back.
that girl's wig.
You know,
Why?
rude.
She came from my teeth. Now she could handle that with her hair. She could change that in and out. She could cut her hair, whatever.
Well, look,
like,
you could change
You know
your
what's funny?
you
teeth.
can, but that takes time,
It
yo.
do.
Like
I
I'm,
would've
I'm still
deleted
on
that
this
comment.
grind right
Real
now.
quick, I don't know why you don't think changing hair don't take time. I'll be in the chair for like 5 hours when I get.
But
what you think them
what-
braids? How long you think she sat in the chair for them braids?
That's not every hairstyle though. Like,
Oh,
let's
okay.
just say if you decide to chop it, right? Now after moving forward, it just take a little trim, fade the size, and you good. You in that chair for about 25, 30 minutes.
Well, okay. Well, anyways, we gonna get to Icebreakers, and she.
Because you
Do you want to ask him again? What?
Oh, the circumcised?
Yes. Are
Oh,
you?
we were
I am
going to share the
circumcised.
nacho
Oh, I'm
stories
so good because I do not like
about
turtleneck.
nachos
Turtlenecks.
because everybody's asking what your dick looks like.
My dick look
They
like
did.
me. All right, so it's like, you know, it's a good looking dick. I got a beauty mark on my shaft. Yeah, I do.
So we know when the dick pic leaks. We know if it's you or not.
Right. I'm like, I
Is
photoshopped
that a
that ain't
mole,
my
Nick?
dick.
Is there
They
hair
added
coming
it.
out of it?
Hair?
No,
Oh,
not on the shaft.
I said it's a beauty mark, not a mole.
Do you
Like,
keep
Well, you
it
have a
shaved or
beard.
what?
Yeah. Do you shave?
I trim. I don't shave. I trim.
Girth.
Yeah.
That was a big question.
Girth.
Girth. Is it thick or skinny?
I think it's in between.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Schmedium. All righty. All right. So we're going to get into one of the questions that someone asked.
Yeah.
And this was actually one of the main ones.
Yeah.
So do you believe in open relationships the way your character Draw on Insecure does?
I guess I would say yes, because I'm all about doing what works for you. So if that
Oh,
shit,
you about cheating. Okay.
if that's not cheating,
Like
just
skin
like-
nigga shit.
cheating. Nah, I think
On
like
brand.
you gotta think like, cause I'm thinking about all the women I've been with in my life. I know there'd be some that would not be down with that at all, so I wouldn't do that with them. But then there'd be some that'd be open to that. Then yeah, like so. I guess all in all, yeah, because I'm all about doing.
Would
what
you
works
bring
for
that
you.
up as something that you would
I
want?
never. So I've been in one.
Okay.
And I never brought up I always tell fellas it always works out easier if the woman brings it up. It just works out. It's
How did you
way
handle
easier.
her dating other men?
I mean, I don't know. You know what? To be with that specific situation, we're at the tail end of a relationship, so we were just trying to hold on to something that was going to end anyways.
Okay.
So like, I guess I was just trying to do whatever, and I didn't think about it. Like I was just kind of like.
They say open relationships can save, but I think primarily
that was the best we ever been. I will tell you that, and we were on and off for years.
Oh,
and that was the best we had ever been because I think everybody automatically thinks about just sexual relations with other people, and for us, what I noticed what was better was the vulnerability and how honest and open and the communication between us. And I'm talking about communication about everything.
But that's what I feel like open relationships do. Like when you're willing to be vulnerable with someone and let them know your deepest desires, like communication is like, but that's also the sexiest thing about somebody. So it could have been, that's what also brought you guys closer because you then felt like, okay, I can be my full self.
Absolutely. And then you're talking about when I say like, your communication improved in all areas. Like I'm just talking about from things like how we were feeling about certain things or things in the house where we were living with each other for a little bit. So things, just from the little things, like, I don't know, I would just start opening up and be like, all right, well, like I really don't like this whole setup. Can we but I wouldn't have necessarily said that before we started doing all that. And
so were you open about asking for booty play? Are you into that? Sorry, that was the next question.
Like my booty being
played
with?
Like, actually why I wanted to know if there was hair up in there.
Yeah, because a lot of people ask like if you're into like maybe ass lick, maybe a finger in the ass, maybe more. So we talk about
being done to me,
being done to you.
Right.
Yes,
okay.
Nigga, you know we talking about you.
So, because I'm thinking like obviously I could do that to the
I just
woman.
asked you if there was hair in your asshole, and you still confused.
That what you was asking?
I said you got hair up in there.
No,
I thought you were talking about.
I thought the dick. I thought you were talking about by the balls too. You need to be more specific, man.
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
your booty hole.
Yeah, I mean it's light in there. Got a little light, but I trim it up.
Okay, so you trim up your booty hole.
Is that because you want a tongue in it?
Yeah.
For me, honestly, it's because it's an easier wipe. I'm not even thinking about sexual stuff. It's just way easier and cleaner. It's just hygienic stuff for me.
Okay.
But for me, I'm down with a lot. Don't fuck with my booty hole. I just don't like it.
No booty hole play. So what if they just what if they down by the balls and just lick it? You jumping or you not jumping?
I'm jumping, nigga. Like my ex, I remember for a couple years she was like trying to
she tried for years.
And I was like, no, so hard about I don't like that shit. And she's like, you never tried it? I was like, I know I'm not gonna like it though. I know it. And then so we was in the shower and she was like, babe, you got just let me a little bit. Just you have to now. I'm in the shower.
The fact that you're moving your fingers like she's spreading your ass.
That's how she was every time she referred to it.
Spreading makes it feel more like it's violating.
Yeah, it does.
I don't like being spread like that either with my asshole.
Oh, I was spreading ass this weekend.
Just get me on my back and get in my booty.
Oh no, I like the spreading. I spread.
For me to my spreading though, I don't necessarily spread. I squeeze.
Oh yeah,
because when you squeeze, that's gonna spread it, and it's not gonna make.
But you know what's really good about the squeeze that a lot of people don't know? So when squeezing, it gives you there's a lot of nerve endings that you feel that you don't when you completely spread in your pussy. So if you could squeeze by the pussy opening.
Interesting.
That's good.
But I'm pretty gay now.
Gay as shit.
She's gay as hell. But yeah, so she tried it in the shower, and when she was in there, I was trying to be a trooper for her but she was 3 seconds in there. I was like, get out. I didn't.
But it was because it was in your mind. It was more so your mind too, right?
It was too sensitive.
It
was too sensitive.
You just need to relax, man.
I didn't like how it was.
California all that week.
It was so
sensitive.
Nah, I don't. It was so sensitive that it wasn't enjoyable for me. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like after. It's kind of like after you bust your nut and the girl starts specifically fucking with your penis head. That's sensitivity.
What I be doing.
And that shit is not fun for me. I push a girl off. I don't give a fuck.
I be hating
Wait, after you come?
Yeah, after I nut, I understand, she's trying to finish it up and everything. And I don't mind she's going all the way down, but when she's specifically focusing on my dickhead, that's just way.
I have a question that wasn't on there. Do you have a coming routine? Is there something you say? Is there a place you like to come?
I'll let her know. I'm about to bust.
Yeah, but where?
Oh, you say it?
Ass,
where?
Pussy? Well, we know you got a kid, nigga. So
we know where you like, nigga.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I'm so sorry to be to be
all the way up, but nah. I guess it just depends on the experience, what's going on, and who it is and stuff like that. So, if
she has no booty, you're not nutting on the booty. Basically, you're saying
it's not enjoyable.
That makes sense.
I want to ask this while we're talking about sex. So, I don't think we've had a man your height on our show yet. So, one of the big questions that we ask as a tall man: are there sex positions that you prefer over others because of your height?
Right.
And what is hard for you during sex because of your height?
Right. Okay. So, Well, I mean, when if I'm having sex with a taller woman, like a tall woman, then I basically can do anything. But like,
yeah, well, I'm talking. So I be fucking niggas like 6'10" and I'm 5'1".
Oh,
so
see, okay,
I know,
so now,
yeah,
so that,
like
right? Okay,
that.
so now, like getting it from the back, I can't necessarily like do it if a girl's on all fours and I'm on the bed with her on my knees, like trying to get her from the back. That's difficult. I literally have to hunch over her with like and get on all fours my damn self and kind of give it to her. So I usually have to be because usually like the bed's tall, so I get off the bed, stand up, and then give her from the back.
Damn, I should get a box spring. My bed's low.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm probably. I have like the planks. So my bed is like a platform bed. Calm down, bitch.
I was like, this is some real
bitch. I got a whole $550 headboard, bitch. I'm grown. Thank you. Thank you, bitch. I got a grown girl bed, but it's short, and so I realize. I mean, but I have a lot of hotel sex, so I guess that's like them beds be high.
Yeah,
they do. Yeah. So it works out good in the hotel, but at my house,
decent hotels.
At my house, I'm like, maybe we should take this to the living room because
I got a high bed. I got a high bed from all that. Yeah, so like
I hate that low IKEA Japanese bed shit.
Oh well, mine isn't. My bed is not IKEA or Japanese. It's just
no. But
if it's like
that's a Japanese style.
Yeah,
but if it's like that,
low.
I'll tell the taller fellas like if it's like that, then you just you go on your knees on the ground, put a pillow there, and let her be on the bed, and you can still tag her from the back for the low boys.
For the pillow, you know what the pillow is normally for? Small
for
dicks.
the arch. I thought you were talking about for
so
under her
women
stomach.
that if you ever have a partner that's like a little bit smaller in size and you want to feel more, you need to put the pillow underneath you, like right towards the groin, and it'll lift your vagina up at an angle to where you'll feel it more.
Yeah, but I mean, you can do that for. I mean, from my understanding, women have said that no matter the size,
if you want a deeper period, yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So.
Yeah, the only time I've had a pillow under me was when I was on my back getting anal sex. Because normally I get anal sex.
You
so I had to lift the booty a little bit.
Dude,
I know you're not ready for anal sex. So we be talking, you just do the head. So you still technically do it with
Let me tell you,
ass.
somebody put fingers in my ass recently, and I felt it for the last 2 days. Like
fingers,
not the last 2 days.
Fingers.
I'm usually just thumbing it. You feel
fingers?
But I think he like pulled up while he was fucking me in the ass. And so I'm walking around. I'm like, yo, did I fucked in it? Did it go in there?
Are you fucking inexperienced fingerers?
Yeah.
It sounds like it.
I was on top. And you know what? On top is
Childish.
not my thing like that. I just feel like I'm not really good at it. But then once I'm in there, I'm like, oh shit, nigga, you about to come.
On top?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a lost art. A lot of women don't know how to ride like that. Not great. A lot of women not great at it.
I feel like I'm just always insecure about it because I don't really know. Like, I work out a lot and I'm still exhausted, and I want it to be really good. Like I'm trying to be a
power. What you think we feel like when we on top pounding, dog? That's just
you might be a power.
I don't say shit.
I'm a power.
Prideful, so.
Y'all are athletic.
Yeah, well, that's true. But
that's the body
even
description
when
of most
my arms are shaking, I'm like, fuck it, I'm still going.
Your arms shake.
After a while, nigga.
Yeah, I mean, I finally started riding dick, and I think I do fairly well. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I love looking in the mirror.
I'm not even gonna lie. Oh, I don't look in no mirror. I just be like,
I like the mirror shit. I love that shit.
I mean, if there is one, sure, but I mean,
for me, it's like a wide angle. I get the whole scope.
At the mirror.
Yeah.
See, the niggas be looking in the mirror. I don't need to look at myself.
Yeah, I look at
I'm fine.
I'm not looking at myself. I'm looking at.
I know I'm fine.
I'm like,
I like watching the sex. Like I feel like I'm watching like porn within me.
So also because so we'll go. So this was probably one of the other most popular questions.
Okay.
And we gonna ask it because that's what the fuck we do. Okay. So you had a baby with your co-star.
Yeah.
So you believe in having sex with your coworkers because that to me is like a bad thing.
I don't.
So how did that happen?
She was written off the show by that point.
Oh, so she wasn't a coworker. Oh, so you waited till she got fired?
She wasn't fired.
Damn, you petty.
She wasn't fired.
Okay, she was written off. Got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you guys still just maintained a relationship. So someone said, did you want to fuck her after watching her in the scene with Lawrence? Is that what made you like, ooh?
No, you know what's funny? I mean, okay, well, when the first time I saw that, I mean, I had no idea I was going to be on the show yet. The audition season 2 wasn't even written yet.
Okay.
So I saw that, and I mean, I was like, damn. But I was so invested in the damn storylines and characters that I wasn't necessarily looking at. I was just like, let's go, Lawrence, get that bitch. Like, you know?
Yeah.
So I wasn't necessarily like, but when that came about, when I got the role and everything, I still was, you know what, to be honest, we still wasn't even like, I wasn't looking at her thinking like I was going to bag her or anything like that.
Okay.
Because we were just friends, to be honest. Like, the whole time we've been friends, even when we.
That's why I don't have my niggas have friends. And my niggas ain't having no friends.
That's funny.
See what I'm talking about? We just friends, aren't y'all?
We were just friends and stuff. So, you know, and then We just happened to conceive and stuff, but I mean, like, we're still friends now.
And I do see that I like that you posting the baby. I like that you're a good father. It looks like you're really invested.
God, I like that you posting a baby.
What? Because niggas be hiding the baby. They don't even show up for the baby shower.
But sometimes
babies be looking like girls be looking like they having babies by
I wasn't at the
themselves.
baby shower because it was in a whole nother state and I wasn't able to go. I was working.
Well,
as
you
well.
working. I
So,
understand,
yeah.
but no, I do. It does seem like you're
Something else
invested.
controversial I want to bring up. Shan Booty, did I say her name right?
Yeah, Shan Booty. What was controversial about her?
You said you love raw sex on her show. You were like talking about how much you loved it. So like,
I mean, everybody does.
we
Nah,
know,
I like
but
condom-
not the
I
way
like
you said
condom
it,
dick.
nigga.
I wrap
Nah, I
up
like raw
majority
sex
of the
too.
time. I'm just saying though, like with
Okay.
my main joint or like who I'm fucking with for real. Yeah, I'm going all the what? Yes, I love that shit.
I mean, yeah, duh. But you made it sound like
like I'm just raw dicking any.
that's how I took it.
Yeah, a lot
No, that's not what
But even when I read like tweets and men talk about raw sex, they act like they don't want to put on a condom. They don't want to have sex if they have to put on a condom.
Like,
So-
look, I still even enjoy it, like, especially when, you know, forgive the nickname, but me and my niggas call it new beats. When it's new beats, like, it's still enjoyable because I never had or explored this girl before, so I'm putting
Here's
on
a
a
good
condom
point.
regardless.
Okay.
Like, I don't. Like, no, I'm not saying like, yeah, I guess I should have clarified that. Looking
'Cause you
back at
didn't,
it,
nigga.
yeah, I didn't at all.
You was like,
I like
that
shit.
shit.
That
I was
shit's
like,
I like
weird.
my dick raw and pussy.
Yeah,
like,
nah,
no,
but
that could
that's
be.
not even the case. Yeah, that's not.
Okay.
even the
Well, I'm
case.
glad you clarified.
Because
Yeah.
even like having a child, but with her, like, you know, that was like.
No, I didn't mean it like
man,
that.
The only time.
The way you said it just
Yeah.
sounded like you're.
Well, I really like. We're gonna go ahead and segue into our vanilla shit. It's something that Weezy actually brought up. Do you want to talk about this show? And then we got some questions to you about it because it has to do with
So,
sex and movies
apparently
and shit.
this movie is old, and actually I posted it because I didn't even get to finish it yet. But you already told me you like I didn't like it.
Yeah.
So it's called Love,
Yeah.
right? If you want to look it up on Netflix by Gaspar Noé, it has Zoe Kravitz's fiance in it. And if you've seen my braids, obviously I'm into Zoe right now. And
Yeah, I like her. I do
So
like her.
She's
the
great.
movie starts and it's two people like touching each other, which I love because I love masturbating together, and I was already into it. And
I
when
do
I
like that shit.
that's my jam,
And he
bitch.
full on like.
When I'm
full on
tired,
bust
like
on
I
camera.
love. Yeah, so he came right on this girl's, maybe in her mouth or in her hand.
And she's like smeared that shit.
Wait, they showed the dick come?
Bro, you don't understand.
real.
So it's the most
It's
sexually
real.
explicit movie that's ever been on Netflix. So
No,
when I was-
Nymphomaniac's on there too.
well, they said it's not as much as Nymphomaniac, and then I think Blue is the Warmest Color is the lesbian one, but
yeah,
he
Blue
also
is the
did that
Warmest
one.
Color, yeah.
So
I can see a dick come on Netflix.
Yeah, it's
Bro,
graphic.
it's
It's
so
real.
good.
It's real.
So I looked it up and I was like, is this real sex? Like, what's going on? So he says, the guy who made the film says he wanted to have real people, not porn actors, create real sex.
Because he did that for Nympho.
Yes.
They
It was great.
edited the faces on the porn bodies.
He said that he,
Really?
yeah. So this was just completely
And a
real.
prosthetic penis on the train.
I heard about
scene.
that, but I didn't know if that was real.
Yeah.
He says that with Carl Guzman, who's Zoe's fiance, one of the main characters, that he didn't see his dick before, but he knew a girl that he fucked, and he heard he was gifted.
It's crazy to even hear this because from what I've heard with even really big actors, when they have to do maybe when the director wants a nude scene or these type of sex scenes, they ask for more money sometimes to perform these ways. So to know that a whole guy,
nude bump.
yeah. So to know that like the whole head and like now I
Bro,
want to go
he
watch
came-
it. Wait, but is it a pink dick?
Is he black?
What is he?
I feel like he might have a little bit. I
Yeah,
don't know, but
I think he's
I know
mixed.
he's a person. He's a boy of color.
He's
for sure.
person.
I think
Oh,
he's mixed.
okay.
Yeah, think
I
he's
wanna
mixed.
watch that then.
But the threesome scene, oh my God, it was so real. I was so fucking turned on. I
That
sent it to
shit wild.
Scissors. I was like, yo, it's going to fuck down.
So I want to ask you then, and this is why like I thought it was a great segue to even like ask you because someone asked on our Instagram, how awkward is it acting like you're having sex on Insecure when you're not?
Oh man,
Like, because you got to do multiple scenes, right?
yeah.
With someone that is as like, I didn't know Yvonne doesn't curse in her personal life or anything like that, who is so...
Look, he's like, eh.
Oh yeah, I guess nah. Yeah, she'll substitute words. Sometimes ones might slip up, but usually no. But I mean, she's a virgin in real life, so
That whole comedy show, I went to see it,
Yeah.
like nothing. And I didn't realize that
Right.
until we were sitting at the table talking about it.
Yeah.
But like someone so quote unquote vanilla, I guess. And
How is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it was crazy about it. She was the one that had to like come for me about that shit because I'd never done that, and she has a whole season under her belt. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, true.
So like, you know, getting my TV cherry popped by Virgin was interesting, and I was just like, actually, Di, one of our costume designers, she's in our wardrobe department. She was the one that made me feel real comfortable because I was like nervous. I was like, man, Because like you're cool, you think you're cool with it the whole time. And then a day comes and I'm going in my trailer and all I see from my wardrobe is a robe and a cock sock, right?
Yeah.
You know?
So that's what you have to put over.
Stuff your stuff. And not just your dick, you got to put your balls in it too. And then you tighten it up. It's like, it's kind of like, you know what those little sacks like where the sunglasses come in?
I looked it up because I'm disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that gives you like, you know, you could tighten it. And then, so.
Did you feel like insecure, like it made you look too small?
Nah, I mean,
did you get hard?
'Cause you can't really.
That's what I was gonna ask. Did you get hard?
We'll get to all that. Hold on. Nah, so the lady that was in the wardrobe department, she was like, I was sitting down. She was like, look over there, and she points over. So Yvonne was like talking to some of the writers or like the hair people, and she's like, la la la, you know, whatever, being normal and laughing or something. And she was like, you see how comfortable and cool she is? And I was like, yeah. She was like, and she's a virgin. She's like, you do this in real life, right? I was just like,
you a hoe in real life.
I was like, yeah. And then it's like, you know how she is. Like, if this was like something that uncomfortable, she would be like, no.
Right.
I was like, all right, okay, cool. Yeah, you're right. So that made me feel a little better. I also talked to some of the fellas like Jay and Alon, and got some of their like, you know, advice on it. And we, you know, there was just one thing where like, because there is this thing when you're doing it in a studio. Like when you take off that robe, there is a vulnerable like breeze that just hits your cheeks.
How many people do you think were in the room with you?
Well, you got your camera operators, your sound and director. It depends. It varies per set. Because I mean, because if I'm fucking
watching that.
If I'm Will Smith or George Clooney, I could be like, I only want one person in here, and that's going to happen. But you know,
ain't got
I'm
that for yet. I got you.
So give me a couple years. But like,
we're still calling you Dro, so I get
it. Exactly.
Right.
You know, they don't know my name. So they close a set down. They'll shut down the monitors in other sections and just have theirs, depending on who it is, and then they'll have whoever is absolutely necessary for the scene to work in there, and that was fine. But I'll tell you what, even like I'm doing a new show right now, and I had a sex scene in there, and it was even more. I was more nervous doing that because it was as close as you could get. Like, you know, I mean, we both were naked because Yvonne, when we're doing it, she's not naked.
Right.
She's covered up, you know? I'm the one. So, like, that's one thing. But when we both are naked, like, the girl, like, there's this thing, like, for the pussy, they just have, like, this strip, you know? And then just for the nipples, like, cover up. Like, so, I mean, she's naked in front of me.
She's naked as fuck.
I'm naked. And then, like, there's a certain position we're doing. I was just like, man, this is graphic. I was like, wow. All right. So, I was nervous doing that because it's one thing, like, you know, because there's one part where she kind of has to start, like, you know, going down on me, and I'm standing up. So before we cut to the bed, she's like right here, and then she's like kissing on me, kissing down, and she's like gonna go down on me, and obviously it cuts, but like they stop it. But like when she did that, I just remember one particular take, the last one actually. She started going down, and I looked up, and I looked right into the eyes of the sound guy, and he was just like. And I was like, nigga, this shit like this weird. Like, it's not. So when people be like, oh, like niggas.
So you almost got hard and then just like.
What? Like, not that I even almost got hard. It's just like I'm experienced, so it's not like I'm gonna get hard so easy like that.
Right.
Oh, okay.
But like,
the fuck out of me.
Right. Excuse me.
I'm just saying,
See, I feel like there's
I
sexual tension, like when you know you're working with someone attractive. And then, like, finally you get to see them like that. That's what I was thinking about. That's why I thought you would get turned on.
You would think so.
Because she's beautiful.
But how, like, that's like, okay, that's like, you know, let's just say right now we're like, okay, boom. We about to shoot this right now, right?
Right.
But then we got these niggas looking at us, and then we got some other people here in the corner.
I like audiences. I ain't even gonna hold you, so I'll be down for that shit. My pussy will be wet as fuck on set.
You say that?
My pussy will be wet as fuck on set.
How many times
kind of
have
audience?
you met Benson? How many times have you seen him? Now it would be weird, right?
No,
like it's
bitch. I be asking all my friends to watch me fuck.
But see, that's your friends. But I'm talking
Bitch,
about like a chubby, bearded white guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not necessarily the audience you wanted, nigga.
I done been to sex clubs too, though, and I ain't like everybody.
But it's
they
a
can watch.
sex club.
I ain't like everybody in that bitch. But I was like, hey, y'all can still watch it.
But that's a sex club, nigga. This is
that's
like, you know
my
what I'm
greatest
saying?
fear about when we take that sex trip. Like, I'm like, am I gonna have sex with
I'm
people?
sucking that nigga dick on the beach right in front of everybody.
Yeah, that's dope.
Hey.
Yeah, that's
Like,
dope.
No, but
I feel
I mean,
I could do the beach setting, but like, don't put me in no.
So
like,
I've been there. There's canopies. There's
you
pools.
been there?
Oh, I've been there before.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So this will be fun. But I went with my homegirls last time. I didn't go with a dude. So mind you, the dude that I want to bring, I'm waiting. I'm waiting because I'm like, nigga, if I have a boyfriend by then, you can't come anymore.
Oh, it's
Like,
not
how are
long,
you
right?
What?
So I've been telling Scissors, right? Because she's like, I don't really want to fuck some random dude. I'm like, cool, we're going to bring the dick. It's cool. So
Dope.
the only thing is, like, I'm wondering, like, are we all going to want to fuck somebody else while we in there?
Why not?
Well, and that's the thing, like.
Ain't that the hope?
Don't we
not the whole
do we
point
like
of the play.
swap? Do we like have to like time it out? We all three in one room, or we like, yo, I'm bringing this bitch back. Like, are you in or you not? Or like,
Well,
we
see,
just put it in?
this can actually lead into our kink of the week because I have a way that maybe I can help you guys with this. So kink of the week is sexual role play. It also goes with you are a fucking actor. Hello.
Sexual role play, yes.
So I thought it just made sense. Bitch,
Yeah.
fuck you, because I know that sounded cheesy. Ho. Put some hope. so guys, this is very common. I don't know if we've done this before, but I want to get into it. So sexual role play is role play that has a strong erotic element. It may involve two or more people who act out roles in a sexual fantasy. It may be a form of foreplay and be sexually arousing.
Yes.
Many people regard sexual foreplay as a means of overcoming sexual inhibition. So if you're nervous,
Oh my God, I already know mine.
So it may take place in
I've
the
done
real
this,
world
yeah.
or via an internet forum, chat room, video game, or email, allowing for physically or virtually impossible erotic interest to be enacted. So,
I want to be the babysitter.
Real quick, bitch, before we get into that. Wait, you want to be a pedophile?
No,
I wanna be like,
you
see,
know,
look,
the dad
I want
comes
the couple
home
to
and
come
then
home.
Okay.
And I'm
See, look, I'm thinking, bitch, you want to play
and
with the
they're like,
kids?
oh, you can stay here. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I could do that shit.
Okay, so I wanted to give some examples before we get into our role-playing fantasies.
Yeah.
So, here's 6 examples for any of you who are interested in role-playing with your partners. So you have good cop, really good cop. So this is, you're waiting in the blank interrogation room with a cup of really bad coffee when who walks in but the sexiest detective on the force. But you'll never talk, no matter what his copper has up this sleeve.
I'm gonna get it out, yeah.
And then you get into it. This one,
Wow.
so this
Caucasian
role
as
play,
fuck.
right, this is white people shit.
Yeah.
This role play scenario has power dynamics, some coercion, and manipulation. Another one is a fun ride. So you could be a hitchhiker getting picked up.
Oh,
right off the road.
that's dope.
So
I like
there's
that
that
shit.
one.
I never thought of that.
You don't look.
I like
There
that.
There we go. I gotta
You
write
start
this
with
shit
the
down.
roadhead.
You pick somebody up and
Yeah.
she's like, oh, can I?
You know, and then you got to start with roadhead. Roadhead
Bro,
got to
yeah,
have
you
it
got
before
it.
you
Like,
get to
that's
your
the whole point of it.
destination.
If you
What
don't
you
do it,
gonna
then
do?
you kind of tricked off.
Why-
the
why
path.
you
Take you all the way to La Cienega? Good damn.
You know, while
You
he
live off the 405?
That was my Proud
driving.
Family LA reference right
Hey,
there.
why he
I
driving?
didn't know.
you
I
just
didn't
start
know that it
digging
was
around.
real until I was recently
went
like,
there?
yeah.
You didn't know La
La
Cienega
Cienega.
was a real place?
La Cienega Boulevard
I was in the
is.
car with Erica. We were just talking about her
Yeah.
that played in Insecure too. Shout out to Erica Dickerson. And I remember I was
Church
in
Bay.
Church Bay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bitch, like the name? She's
Yeah.
I'm
La Cienega
done.
Boulevard is,
I'm
yeah.
done.
That's
So
funny.
another
Too
one.
bad.
This is actually one I've had a fantasy of. So teacher and pupil.
Yes.
So I'm
like
not gonna
that's
lie.
classic.
I used to love the
favorite.
motherfucking basketball coaches, bitch. Well, clearly, but they were the PE
Of
teachers
course,
too.
nigga. You
Don't
just
do that.
always.
And now, if you would have known how much they made back then,
Bitch. Oh, yeah, right. I ain't even gonna hold you right.
Unless it's
Drive
like at
you
a
right
high-end
up.
private school, nigga.
Nigga,
it's
please,
gonna be
they
rough.
still was
Bro,
65.
35. Oh, I'm thinking 35,000.
no, you said high end private school.
Oh, okay.
Some of them, nah, some
Yeah,
of
they
them
might
be
be.
making 6 figures. Like the niggas at Marta Day or in
Oh
California. some of
yeah,
them
I'm
make
sure.
6
Probably
figures.
even like the big schools that
Yeah,
are good
big
with basketball,
schools, yeah.
like Oak Hill and shit.
Yeah, nigga.
I
This
know.
nigga here is. Oh my god.
Isn't that
Don't, hey,
county?
fellas, don't ever trust a girl that know what Oak
Yo,
Hill
chill.
is.
So
My nigga,
Oak-
don't ever. She fucking with
Yo,
a hooper
fuck-
every season,
fuck
nigga.
you.
What the fuck
Fuck
is that? Nigga, where Kevin Durant go?
Yo, chill. So I used to have a sports blog. First off, thank you
Respect.
very
Respect.
much.
I'll
for
give you
5
that.
years, I was
Respect.
credentialed media with the NBA for 2 seasons.
I bet.
Like,
Let's see.
yes, let's not. Oh, you bet, motherfucker.
But you gotta admit that's
I do
hilarious,
know,
nigga.
yeah.
That is
Well,
hilarious.
I was a
I
very,
feel
very
it.
huge growing up. I was a very huge Mellow fan. So,
Oh, yeah, man.
yeah.
So,
So,
duh.
I mean,
Oak
it just
Hill,
makes
duh,
sense.
obviously.
And then Syracuse.
You probably had the Oak Hill jersey.
I did, and I had a Syracuse jersey. I was in love with him.
Love it.
So another one is the Boston assistant. Of course, go
Oh,
figure.
yeah, of course.
French maid, I could see Weezy doing that.
Yeah, she love
But I
that
don't know,
shit.
you
And
cleaning
any
up somebody
domestic
else.
shit, she gonna be down for it.
submissive shit. That's
Yeah,
what I said.
yeah.
I could see you in a
'Cause you
whole little
submissive.
maid outfit and shit. Oh my god.
And then that nigga telling
So
you,
you
I
have
clean that
listened
stuff,
to a whole
start spanking.
episode.
I've listened to a
right.
lot. I've listened to a lot.
Another one, doctors and nurses. I think that's basic.
Yeah, I'm
and
not
then
into
this
that
one
one.
I really liked. Expecting a package, home delivery. Bitch, the home.
Oh,
Yes. So
yeah.
I put this in a lot of porns that I watch.
Put the dick
it's the
on the
plumber.
bottom.
I'd rather have a
It
handyman.
could be right. So I was gonna go the handyman,
Service.
the plumber, or direct TV nigga who fixing your cable, bitch.
I'm gonna be Wi-Fi, nigga.
Bro, Spectrum coming around,
Wi-Fi bay. So
Yeah,
this leads me.
That's a good Wi-Fi name.
This
Good
leads me
Wi-Fi name.
into asking you. First off, I'm curious. Has anyone yet asked you to be Dro from Insecure in the bedroom?
I mean, I've had requests,
What are you, seriously?
but not in my real life.
Not in your real life?
Like Twitter and shit?
I feel like, first of all, for someone to ask that, I mean, they'd have to be someone that doesn't know me at all. Because I feel like if you know me and to ask that,
I ain't gonna lie, maybe Dro better than you. Maybe Dro kind of more swaggy than Sarunas.
Puts a certain mentality in my head.
I mean, shit.
Here's the only thing I can say.
You be real confident on that show, nigga. You might not have that confidence.
Right.
If you could play that married nigga, and it's like, oh, you're gonna fuck me while your wife is like, calling you that?
like, see, so
that could be the Dro.
You know,
what's the wife's name again? Candace.
Candace, yeah.
So I want to ask you guys. I guess this is where we'll get into.
Yeah.
So if you could have a role playing fantasy, what would your ideal role play scenario be? We'll start with the guest. Well, we know you.
Threesome one for sure. Babysitter. They come home and the kid,
the mom
is
and dad.
Yeah. And even though there's no kid in the house, because I'm already really thinking I'm gonna do this, especially when we get to that sex resort, bitch. Because they got theme nights.
They do.
Oh
bitch.
my god.
Oh yeah. So there's toga night. There's lingerie night. There's all these. There's
Sister's already oh my god, you're gonna wear the schoolgirl skirt. I'm down. But babysitter, we're gonna fuck really quiet because I love to fuck and have to be quiet where there's a hand over my mouth.
Right. That's really good. That creates a lot of tension.
And then I kind of want the dad to fuck me first, and then
obviously
the mom comes in, and it's oh my god, I'm sorry. And
I have
to eat her pussy.
I have an awful one, so we're gonna go to you.
Okay,
mine is awful.
What is it? Tell it.
No, we're gonna go.
Yeah.
No, because mine is really bad. So I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not gonna say the name of the person, but I have this fantasy of being fucked by a guy and his dad. A fine dad, though.
This is not the you said this at our live show.
Did I? Yeah.
But you didn't say
a fantasy. We can role play. Maybe you got an older friend. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's your daddy, nigga.
And the nigga, older friend's only 9 years older than him.
Nigga, but y'all can have babies at any time.
Right.
Y'all shoot out sperm early, bitch.
Fuck brothers or something.
I mean, I've done that, but step. They were step.
They
didn't have the same dad. They didn't have the same dad.
That reminded me of Bridesmaids when she was like,
that don't count. They basically friends.
Step. We're not real brothers. So that would be kind of my I would want to kind of be on some shit like that. I don't know. Maybe we all playing cards or something.
That's some whole shit, bitch. I'm not gonna lie to you. I literally just sat here with the porn star we had on Nina K about how disgusting the fucking incest porn was, and that really is
that incest?
It's absolutely incest.
Step brothers, if
a dad and a son. That's mother daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, is mother daughter? Oh, it is. But they ain't got to touch each other.
But you got to ask me though, on my end. I know, yeah. On my end,
what do you want?
If a mother and daughter and they both was bad as hell and they both wanted to fuck me, I'm not caring about.
You're not
he
thinking
told
of
us
it.
that story. Remember, he fucked a mother and daughter.
He did fuck a mother and daughter.
We went on another podcast, and this guy told us a story.
Damn.
Shout out to Premium Pete.
You heard that story?
Yeah, shout out Premium Pete. So we back to you now, Dro. Sorry. What is your fantasy?
What's my name?
Because I've done some of these stuff before.
Oh wait, so share maybe an experience of when you role played. I would like to hear that.
Man, I did one the first time I did it was something easy to ease my way into it. It was going to this girl I was fucking with was going to a party that she invited me to, but then the whole thing was to act like we didn't know each other at all. And she actually went with a dude who was trying to fuck with her, but it's to his expense. She was she went with him, but it was to feed into the whole thing of me taking her from him at the party and then fucking her in the bathroom.
That's why I always say if I ever have a threesome with two men, it's mainly because I want to have my man there and then flirt with the bartender or some shit, have him fuck me, and then get punished fucked. Because I was bad.
Yeah, that sounds cute.
But that's not necessarily a train. That's like a train with a transfer. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's
not a train.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
saying it's not a threesome. That nigga's just you gotta get off and go to the next.
You know what? We don't have time to explain to you that.
I do agree. No. Oh, but I do agree. If you're just letting one fuck you, then you fuck the next person. That's a train. A threesome is when everyone's together.
Well, no. To me, a train is when two niggas fucking a girl at the same time, right?
No, that's a threesome.
Oh, you guys are one of those. You guys don't like that.
Don't do this.
Are we one of those?
We're one of those.
Not your light skin ass nigga. No, you're not gonna do this today.
I'm asking you.
We're one
of those. Open and free place and shit.
If two women was we ran a train on Sarunas, I'd be like, they so fucking dead, nigga. What the fuck is oh my god?
No, we had a threesome.
You guys made it negative. There's slang to everything.
Men made it negative.
Yo, we can't put.
They sure did, but so did women.
Why are you hot?
I'm burning
My bad.
Bitch, you the one with the least amount of clothes on in here. How the fuck you hot?
Right, real shit.
Anyways, we're gonna go ahead now. We are going to get into.
Oh, but sorry, real quick. Anything
but
I will say though, anything that has to do in a professional setting or a desk for some reason.
Oh, that's
the whole I always said the teacher thing or a corporate type of thing where it's a meeting or I gotta go like
See,
give her
I
talking
hate
to.
that.
I don't know.
I have you do meetings in real life?
But like I've definitely
you
done.
like-
Yeah, absolutely. So it's like even stuff like that, or like now that I'm an actor, I'm like
now that I'm an actor.
like, but no, like no, like
famous nigga.
not that I'm like that I would do this. Not that I would do this because I'm extremely professional, but like I would for sure fucking my trailer if like I was reckless. If I was as professional,
Are
like,
you allowed
that would
to
be-
invite girls on set at all?
I mean, you could, but I'm just like I said, I'm a professional, so I wouldn't,
okay.
But not, I wouldn't want to invite a girl. It'd be like something. It would be the fantasy is like to play this out is like like another somebody on the set, and then even
You
if
have to, like, sneak
even
into
if it's
each other's
like
shit.
even if it's a girl that's like
That's hot.
doing like camera work or something like that, or like the sound chick or whatever. Like even if it's like that, and then. There's this thing where, we kind of signal and then go to the trailer. And then
I wish
bash
me
it
and
out
my work
then,
husband
like,
were
never act
sexually
like that.
attracted to each other
Yeah.
because that would work so great. I could tell you, this studio, right now we're at Gotham Podcast Studio, by the way, y'all. The bathroom, I looked around, there's no cameras over there. And I always thought about fucking in that bathroom. But, like, there's nobody to fuck.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, hi. I guess maybe that's a hint.
Hi. So stupid.
So scissors can kill me and this nigga?
Wait, so like you
So
claiming this
it's
bitch
Nah,
now?
I'm just playing.
I'm telling you, yo,
I'm
she's
like,
in a
oh, yeah,
relationship.
you're like,
Stop.
She
What I tell
stayed-
you, I told you, you're in a relationship. I saw
I don't
the
know
post.
why you keep saying that.
I saw the post. Okay, all right. There's rules.
There's rules. What are these rules?
Well, look, here's my thing. If
She's
if
letting
you
me fuck
post a nigga-
two niggas. She's like,
She's letting you fuck two niggas?
exact, and what else? What's the main thing I said that makes you in a relationship?
no bitches.
And she can't fuck with another bitch.
Oh yeah,
She's in a
no,
relationship.
But hold on.
you are.
Hold on. This is a very pivotal moment for her and I because, like I said, we dated years ago, right? And like we
y'all
were-
have evolved, y'all grown. This might be a little
right
different.
now, like she's never had a threesome. I'm not saying I've had a million of them, but
But you,
so
Right, a lot. A whole lot.
because that's
lot,
my jam.
lot.
I love threesomes.
lot,
I feel
lot.
like you're
Good.
the most connected to two people like that. Like
That's amazing.
threesomes are sacred to me, bro. Like I love that shit. I would not waste my time fucking like some dude just because he's cute. Like if
yeah, I
we
want
got
two
chemistry.
girlfriends for
Yeah,
that.
I like threesomes.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like I like threesomes, but I don't. But like I only like
It's
them
a mood
sometimes.
thing.
Like
It's a mood
when a
thing for
nigga be
some
like,
people.
"You gonna bring a bitch?" I get so dry. Like
Yeah,
don't
it's
ask
weird.
me. Like I just want it to kind of happen.
Thank you for saying
I
that.
hate
Niggas
that
need to
shit.
hear that shit. I try to tell them, I'm like, look, like, it's always best when you as a man not forcing. You gotta like
Don't even bring it
let
up.
the woman be the
Yeah.
captain of that shit. Be the fucking passenger,
Well,
and
that's
then
the
when it's
thing.
time to go, be the captain of the
Not
ship.
every
Goddamn.
woman is into
But
women.
that's the thing,
And
but-
these niggas is pushing them.
Well, these niggas know that I'm into women, so I think that's why it's like
I hate
oh
when
yeah,
it's like
you
call
like
a
women,
friend.
so yeah, let's
But
have a
even
threesome.
then, you
I
could
don't like that.
But my thing is, I rather like instead of being so direct, I rather allude to shit. Like or like I knew like I remember talking to this one chick. I knew she was more gay than she was straight. I'll tell you that much. Like literally, it would only be me ever so often if she was feeling like in that mood. She'd be like, "Oh, my bad." She was like, yeah. She's like every so often she'd hit me up for that. But like, I might just be like, what you think about this girl, whatever, if I'm just on Instagram or something like that, or she'll talk about girls fine. I'm like, shit, all right. And then we'll start kind of talking about chicks, and then it kind of will go into like, would she fuck her? Would we fuck her? You know what I'm
But
saying?
that's what's
Like,
happening, and it's great because we never did that. I would talk about niggas before, and she would get super jealous. So right now, I sent her a dude that I fucked, and she was like, he cute. And I was like, yeah, man, he cute.
is he?
And now it's working like that. So like, I've sent her two, and I'm like, listen, these gonna be our threesome possibilities, okay?
Right.
Both them niggas don't live here, so pretty much fuck neither do she. So I gotta like pray to God that they're both on a plane at the same time coming to New York. This is a lot of fucking work, bro. But
that sounds too complicated.
But
no,
I don't want to waste my
That's the
time and just
best.
fuck
Actually,
some random
fuck that.
dude.
Why don't you just that nigga better have bread if he getting a threesome? Tell his ass fly both y'all hoes out, put y'all up nice. Since you just handing out threesomes, bitch, get a trip out of it, ho.
It's not like we're handing
Make that
out a
nigga fly
threesome.
you out, bitch. I got pussy
I
and
don't want
another
to get
pussy.
flued out. You know, she got to go on a date first. We got to warm her up. You know, she got to go for drinks. And then
I'll tell you, a free trip always warm a bitch up. That's how I used to get all bitches.
I'm weak.
Listen, my nigga gonna fly us out.
good. She get that shit out of me.
You could
She
get
ain't no
room
nigga for that shit.
service, girl, whatever you want, baby.
I don't know what is it about me, like, unless like I don't know what it is about me, but for some reason I'm like, I just feel disrespected if like
Is you fluing bitches out?
I gotta like fly a bitch out.
why?
Oh God, because he's full of himself. I'm too
Because,
good. I'm
like-
too good looking to fly
Like
bitches out.
bitch, you got like, cause me, I know I'm gonna fuck with a girl who has something to lose, who's doing well for herself.
Right.
You know, I
Good
don't
for
like
you.
these
Saying
little
they
bum
don't have
bitches.
time to take off.
Good for you.
I'm like, yo,
I hear you.
now here's what I do. I'll go half if I'm the one like, yo,
Nigga, hold on.
I'll go half on the
You're
flight.
splitting flights
I will split.
on HBO.
Yeah.
I'm dried up.
Yeah,
Dry
absolutely.
as fuck.
Yeah, well, I'm flaccid too, bitch. If you want me to fly you out, you gonna get soft dick then, cause that don't turn me on. I'm
What
like,
the
why
fuck?
do I gotta? You know why? I'll tell you why. I don't like this, like the way like the way
Here we go.
the time we're in now.
Tell
the
us.
time
It's
we
such
in now.
to me
Come
like
on.
it's such a nasty ass rapper type fucking with these weak bitches type shit. Like to me, that's what it's for. Like, to me, if you want to fuck with me, cool. Because my thing is this. I'm always going around, right? I'm always going, like, to places. I'm always going whatever. It's like, if you want to if you're the one pressing it, I'm like,
That's why I won't press it.
Sarunas, let me just stop you there.
Why would I fly you out?
The girl lives in, I don't know, Minneapolis. You live in LA. If she lived in LA, you would have taken her on some dates, right? Before you fucked her, you would have taken her out. You would have been chivalrous.
You probably.
So-
who knows? I don't know. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely have had sex plenty of times without
Without
going on
having
a
to
date.
do
Sure,
that.
but like, I'm just saying, like, I don't really see I don't know. To me, it's a very.
I'm not gonna lie. When it
I don't
comes
like
to me with booking flights, the only way I am either booking my own flight or considering going half is I'm with that person. Like that's it.
See,
like
now it's different.
I'm
See,
not
if I'm with that
investing-
person, I will fly her out.
Okay, but see, and
That's different.
Well, to
I was
me,
gonna say,
Because I don't want to give. I don't want to give relationship benefits to a
but see,
bitch
no,
that.
Hold on.
But see, no, to
I
me,
was
real
gonna
quick,
say,
let
you
me
stay with
finish.
him.
No, let me finish because to me, a relationship in that sense is like is an investment. I'm investing into this relationship.
I'm taking care of you.
Yeah, but no, see, I think opposite. I'm not flying myself to just go get dick. Do you know how much dick there is available? Why the
No,
fuck I
I
gotta
don't,
fly
bitch.
myself to
Well, I'm
get
a fun
dick?
nigga. You're not just gonna get dick. We're gonna do some fun shit. So you know
we
what I'm
can
saying?
do
It's
fun shit.
I'll pay for that stuff once you here, but I'm not gonna fly
We
you
can do
out.
fun shit.
Here's my thing.
Fun
I'm not
shit
about
and
to
dick.
give.
That shit is more expensive
But
than
no,
a flight.
here's what I'm saying. Man, what? What are you talking about, nigga? I'm hooked up, nigga. So, anyways,
Right,
what
all
I'm
his
saying-
shit free anyway.
Yeah,
Y'all
fuck
going
outta
to
here,
free
nigga.
movie screenings and
Niggas
shit.
gonna have fun
Getting your
time with me.
popcorn and soda for free.
Here's what
Get
I'm
the
saying.
fuck out of here.
Here's what I'm saying. I gotta really fuck with you to put money toward. Like, I really fuck with you. That's fine. But
That's
my
what I'm
thing,
saying.
I don't want to give like for a girl like if you're just gonna come out, like, we know what it is, like whatever. Like, I'm not about to give you some relationship type benefits. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're just like a random chick, like on some shit like that. And on top of that, girls are so fucking whack these days with the clout chasing screenshots, exposing niggas. I'm not about to give you nothing for you to be like, that's why you flew me out, nigga, blah, blah, blah. Bitch, no, you're not
Do you
getting
feel
none
like
of that
flying
shit.
a girl out makes you more obligated to her time? That's the only thing.
Fuck yeah. If I fly a bitch out, because I'm
She
like,
gotta be
dog,
with you the whole time.
like,
It
to
feels
me, well, also here's what I'm thinking. If I'm flying her out, she's most likely staying with me. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think I'm
That's
gonna fly her
why when
out
you
and she's gonna
said-
be in her own shit, doing her own thing.
If
Why am I
I'm
gonna fly you out
when
and you're gonna be
said
doing
I
your
will
own
pay
shit?
for my own flight, I thought you were gonna say if I'm not staying with you. Because to
Hell no.
me,
But
when
see-
a dude flies me out, I'm with him.
But
Yeah.
that too. But this is my problem too. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's an ego thing. But when I fly
That's an ego thing for me.
for every time I go on a trip, like say Atlanta or Chicago or any of these cities that I've been to recently, fucking Baltimore, like anytime I fly myself out and niggas hit me, I'm like, nigga, you ain't bring me here. Fuck you. And I don't feel obligated to meet up with no nigga, give no nigga no pussy, none of that. Because bitch, I'm here on my own time. I'm gonna move on my own time.
course not.
And then I feel like, wait, you didn't go
You're
out
not
of
obligated either
But
way,
to
like-
me, I feel like you didn't go out of your way to bring me to see you. You didn't go out of your way to bring yourself to me. Therefore, just because I'm in your city, I don't believe in that whole I'm in town, what's up? Like, no.
I thrive.
No, I don't. I'm sure the fuck you
I
do.
thrive.
You one of them niggas. I don't like y'all niggas.
It's women that
I be
it's
like,
y'all
enjoy
fault.
the city. Enjoy the city, nigga.
I feel a little
right,
guilty,
nigga.
bro, because
All right,
right,
anyway, let's
nigga.
go ahead. We're going to get into the horrible decision because while we're actually talking about this,
Yeah.
it actually leads to our horrible decision.
Bet.
So I like the title of it. It's called Blue Checked Boxes because you got a blue check or whatever. So it's called Blue Checked Boxes. So I wanted to talk about the checked boxes we have in our mind in terms of dating.
Okay.
So, like, for me, I know I like tall men. So
Right.
they have to be tall. They have to have X amount of money. They make. I'm getting weary on the kid thing right now just
Yeah.
because I'm getting older. But
Yeah.
so there's certain things that when we date, we sit here and say, this is a deal breaker. This is what I want. So I wanted to talk about how many of the checked boxes does someone have to have for you to make them your girlfriend or you their boyfriend?
Right.
And then kind of what are the deal breakers in you making someone not your boyfriend or girlfriend?
I feel so guilty.
Man.
When you say kids, I think I can't deal with a woman with kids.
A woman?
Yeah, I don't think I could either.
I feel really guilty to say it. I really do. Because my friends
I was
have
like that
kids.
for a long time, obviously, until I had my
Only
own.
because
Clearly.
of the timing. Like, it's hard. Dudes with kids generally don't have them all the time.
Bullshit. So my thing is, I'm getting older now.
I don't care if you have them 5 days a week. As long as there's 2 where we can kick it, fine. But like with women,
you're saying they don't have them like.
Yeah, no.
Have them
we
have,
don't
like,
have
custody.
them a lot. Nah,
Right,
yeah,
right.
The
So,
mother
like,
is obviously going to have them
I
a lot
feel
of
like
time.
dating a mother, it's a lot more strenuous. I don't know.
Because that's 24/7. Like you're gonna wait till you
And
have
I
to
have
wait
to
for
really
mommy
like
time.
commit to that shit. So it would be, and I think the reason people stray from that is because, or even men, I know that if I started dating a woman with kids, like if I start caring about you, then I have to fully invest in that kid too.
Yeah.
And I don't really,
I'm telling you, yeah, you got to wait for mommy time for you to get anything going on.
But with a man, I feel
And
like
you got days without a child, so yeah, you're good.
bro, I don't care if I'm telling you, at least 4 days, 5 days, whatever.
But
Like,
I know
them.
like a couple who basically have like they go like Thursday to Thursday with each
Yeah,
kid.
there's
so, like,
different-
then you're
so,
gonna
yeah.
have there's different people that so like
I was
it
about to
works.
say I was dating a guy who had like his kid like 3 days a week,
Right.
and to me, like I'm not gonna lie, like this is probably why I don't want kids. I'm such a selfish person.
Oh God.
So
I'm selfless.
I'm not gonna lie. So to me, also with dating, like I want someone invested in me. And in real life, if you have children, I feel like now I may be the 3rd or 4th woman in your life because you're gonna have your kids before me. Your mom is gonna be before me, and I'm not gonna lie. And more times than not, the baby mom does like kind of. In a lot of situations, maybe not all, because a lot of niggas are, but that is the mother of their child. And a lot of men go back to their baby moms for whatever connection
true,
that they
I guess so,
have.
yeah.
And so with dating men with kids, it's more so like, damn, I have to sit here and know I'm never going to be number one.
Yeah.
I can never be number one.
I don't know. I mean,
That's kind of a
we
thing
know
with
a
me.
successful relationship. Sarita and Alan. Like they have a blended family. They don't have kids together. They have 4. They've been together 10 years.
I mean,
Will and Jada.
well,
It works.
there are blended families that do work.
There's
but
no
to
absolute
me,
anything.
No, there's not. It's,
But like, I don't know. I haven't said that I haven't seen success with at least my male friends with kids. Like they love their girl. Like, I mean, a real man is going to make it work between the two of you. I dated a dude with a kid, and he made it very comfortable.
Here's
for
what
me
I
and the
here's
baby
what I say
moms.
about that. Like I never understood the whole like you know, there's always like seems like to be this priority list, right? Obviously, Zen, that's my daughter's name for the ones that don't know that, but Zen is going to be to the Most High, right?
of course, yes.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the woman I'm in love with is also going to be very high. It's just different
Right.
lanes. You
Of
know
course.
what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like my mother is going to be up high too as well. I'm not going to be like, oh, that's before. Like I'm never going to have this you versus that. That's never, because to me you create that in a sense when you're always like, well, you know, you get in an argument. I hear niggas be like, well, nigga, you never going to become before my mama or before my daughter.
Right.
Like,
and so,
that's
and,
idiotic to me.
And
like,
that's what I'm
why?
saying. So a lot of men will do that. And that's where I feel like it's not even women doing that.
Yeah, you
but when
shouldn't.
you get into arguments,
You
those
shouldn't.
are the things that come
Yeah,
up.
I would-
Or
that's so stupid.
say a mother doesn't like the girl you're dating. Then that
Yeah.
becomes a power
Yeah,
dynamic.
and that I don't give a fuck about that.
Whoa.
See, I'm a grown man, so my
Oh,
mom
the
could be
baby
like,
mama.
my mom. Here's
That's
what I
what you mean?
understood.
What?
No,
No,
the
mom.
mother.
Oh, that's any
mom.
man. That's not a man with a kid.
No.
No, but
Right,
he's
I'm
saying-
talking
but
about
she's saying that holds weight.
relationship that holds weight.
Yeah, like if mom says I don't like that, then the guy kind of gets. Some guys do. Me, I wouldn't give a fuck. I'd be like, okay, mom, well, that's
Yeah,
too
your
bad
mama
for
not
you.
sucking your
You know what I'm
dick.
saying?
That's what I
Like,
say.
that's what
Fuck
I'm like,
that shit.
My mom
that
not doing
bitch
things
ain't
for me
sucking
that
your dick like me, nigga. Nah, I'm just like,
That's
let
what
me
I said.
stop.
Well, what's
Hey,
his
don't
name?
call my
I
mom no
was
bitch,
like,
dog.
oh, is Jesus sucking your dick? You ready to go to church?
Why the fuck are you going? Right.
Right.
So okay. So it looks like we would all be down. Like we're okay if you have kids. It's not a deal
okay
breaker.
with that,
So
yeah.
I want to
I'll
ask
be
both.
real. If I dated a dude with a kid and it got real serious, I may not have a kid if they don't want one.
Well,
Like we
see,
got one. That's
my
enough.
thing. I don't want kids. So now that's why I feel like I'm more accepting of men who have them
Yeah.
because I don't want to sit here and say I don't want kids and then tell him I ain't gonna have no kids with you. So a lot of times men who have kids already, they've reached the point where they're like, oh, well, I really don't want any
My
more.
priority
Right.
with
So,
kids have changed. At
I
first,
want
I
more.
thought I wanted my own baby. Now I realize I just enjoy having a kid in my life, whether it's a close friend.
I just want a
kid,
dog.
I want my own.
I just
I
want a
more.
dog.
Yeah.
Do you?
Hell yeah.
Okay, well, go
Why?
ahead.
'Cause you
Shoot up
got
the
one
club.
cute one.
Uh-huh.
You like, oh, I could do this
Oh,
again.
shit. This one's adorable. I
Yeah,
need
she's
2
very
more. Like,
So what are deal breakers for you in dating?
well, as far as checking
Money.
the boxes off, I do know this. Like,
Right, facts.
like, I'm very spiritually led in a way. So like, I'm always just drawn to a certain type of energy. And sometimes I don't necessarily have the words to say what that necessarily is, but I do know like the way I am, I've worked on myself, you know, and I attract a certain type of people, and I just know I get along with everybody I attract in my life at this point. That's not necessarily everybody I meet I'm cool with, because I'll read them and I'm like, not for me, right?
Yeah.
But like, so I do like spiritually drawn women. I'm not, honestly, okay, so I'm not religious. So like a girl that's like mad religious,
Same.
I can't
Same.
do it.
Bro,
because we
feel
gonna disconnect and just have so many disagreements.
When I
on
see
shit.
God's first on someone's like, or God in a bio, I freak out.
Chill. I'm not gonna lie. I was just with a guy.
I just get worried.
He took me out on Saturday.
You get worried. No, you believe in God. I'm so worried.
No, not even that. But no, like, but it's also weird because it's
I'm gonna
not
burn this
like
place up.
it's not in my life. So like, I just went out with this guy on Saturday, and the only reason I went back to his house is because I was throwing up. He got me so fucking drunk. It was so bad. So we ended up like I slept with him, but we didn't do anything. I was
Right.
shit faced.
Right.
Woke up the next morning, he was getting dressed, and I was like, it's Sunday.
Yeah, I got
Like,
service.
nigga, lay back
Got
down.
morning
What are we
service and
doing?
evening service
Mind
today.
you, but it was already like 10:45. So I'm like, he's like, oh, I can make the 11 o'clock service.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, well, I'm going to go home and go back to sleep.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I felt like, oh, this probably
Our
couldn't be
life
my
would
thing.
be so
like,
different.
Yeah,
if you're
like,
that dedicated
Sunday,
to not be like, I'll go next
like,
week.
nigga, you're really about to get up and go to church.
Yeah.
And, so
And
I was
like,
just
my thing,
I
it's
don't
not
want
so
that.
much about the God talk. Like, I could talk about God or high energy all the time. It's like specifically
I like energy.
Jesus, or like when it's like specific
Well,
religions. when
because
they
you
start
know
getting
that's a specific thing.
Yeah,
they're
and I'm
praying
like,
to. And then like
yeah.
the tithing and the money.
But
I'll
yeah,
tell you
just-
this.
yeah.
All of the friends that I have in my life right now, like I just realized I was drunk on a plane yesterday and my friends were texting me, love you or goodbye or whatever. Any friend that calls me says that when they hang up. Any friend hugs me, touches my face, like they show me they care about me and they're affectionate. When I meet men like my friends, total turn on for me, because I know that they're also passionate people. And that's really all it is. And that could be an energy thing too, right? When you're on that same frequency, like that's really what it is. And it doesn't take you a long time to even notice when you meet someone like that.
Not at all. For me, it's in
Right.
that first interaction. I know.
Right.
Like I feel like I've been blessed with an intuition and a self-awareness where I could kind of just I know, like, I haven't been wrong so far in this past couple of years. Like when I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I can continue on in my life with a connection or communication with this person.
Yeah.
And so far, like, none of them have disappointed me or anything. You know,
I've been blessed with a big dick radar, so I would like to
you.
think that's a
at
blessing in
you.
itself.
Okay.
I really don't have
Yeah.
problems.
I
with
usually
that
I
area.
curvy
have a
women,
dick radar, but I
big
know when
booty.
people will fuck me good.
Okay.
nice.
All right.
There you go.
So
That's all that
I
matters,
wanted to ask you guys now with these preferences, maybe because y'all know I got a height preference, bitch. I know we got 15 minutes, and then we'll do what? I got this.
We got like 5 minutes.
No,
I know you think you got
no,
this.
this is what I do. Thank you very much.
So what the fuck do you think I do?
I'm just saying I got this.
What is
I've already
going
been
on
checking
right
the
now?
time.
I mean, should I
She's
take
telling me
myself
Should
off
I
the
go?
cover?
No, but I got this. We'll do 30 minutes. I got this. So we got 15 minutes left. So I want to. Damn.
I do this.
I got
This nigga
this.
was
Like, I
fucking
already
like,
checked.
Sharonas
Does
today.
it happen all
I
the time?
mean, you know,
Okay.
all of
right,
the
cool. I
time.
didn't want a special occasion.
All
happening
of the
while I'm
time.
here.
If we
I
didn't
guess-
fight on this episode with you, nigga, you
would've been
shouldn't
weird.
even. Oh, it would have been really weird.
So I guess this is a question that was asked by a listener before we wrap up the horrible decision.
Yeah.
Bitch. I was getting there.
Okay.
What happens when someone doesn't check the boxes for a relationship, but you still want them around? How do you handle casual sex with someone who wants more?
Well,
So it's a two-part question.
yes.
So you have someone that doesn't necessarily check
Yeah.
the boxes of a relationship, but you still want that person around.
Okay, but like, but are they talking about, does a person want a relationship still?
So that's where the second part
Okay,
comes
yeah,
from.
reread that for me again,
when
sorry.
you're
So she like
when-
fucking him, but
Yeah. So
Hold on, let her
what-
reread that for me,
So
please.
what happens when someone doesn't check the boxes for a relationship,
Right.
but you still want to be around them?
And around them in what way?
So like, I'm not gonna lie. There's people who I like to fuck who
Yeah.
I probably would never see myself being with.
So
what
then
did
you
she
just
say
And so
about
having
casual
those
sex at
relationships.
the end, though?
So the
But hold
casual
on,
sex
can
part
we
is
answer the first part first?
Yeah.
And then, so like, I would say the first part is then you just continue on like that. As long as you're honest about it and don't take no choice away from somebody, then just continue on like that.
Right.
If that's not okay with the other person, then you just got to get out your selfish ways and let that person do them. And
So
then-
that's where the second part comes in, because I'm not going to lie. I feel like this isn't something that's often communicated.
Okay.
Like a guy will sit here and still be in, maybe give a boyfriend experience,
Yeah.
or you're maybe now fucking raw,
Exactly.
but you don't want to be with that person.
Right.
Yeah.
So the second part, and this is actually one of the questions from Instagram, how do you handle casual sex with someone who wants more? So now you're maybe in the situation, right? Okay, you're shaking your head.
yeah.
So how does that work? Because I'm sure you've been like, oh, we've been fucking 3 months. I
home
want
mail?
more.
I've been there.
No, this is just from the thing. We got one home mail. That's it.
I've been there. So to do that, to be honest, you don't continue that, because in my selfish ways in the past, I had continued it, and it was like, even though I was verbally, because niggas, we shamefully do this a lot. I was verbally telling her what I meant, but my actions weren't always being the same as that, right? So I was bullshitting in a way where, like, I was kind of dangling the carrot in front of her, like what we like to call it. So I was dangling the carrot in front of her to continue this sexual relationship, right?
Right.
And so, and I know she wanted more, so I would kind of give her enough to keep coming back, right? Now, you got to understand, though, at this point, I was immature in my life.
This is so offset. I feel so manipulated sitting across the table.
Right, bitch. But this is what a lot of guys do. Like, this is why, like, because you seem like you can actually speak well. We don't have many straight men on here that actually can get some, you know, that makes sense. That makes sense. So, like, I really want you to explain this because I feel like a lot of us women get into these situations.
Absolutely.
So, explain from the male perspective why the fuck y'all do this shit.
Yeah, so because, well, I mean, first of all, commitment is like fucking, you know, one of the scariest things to a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, monogamous commitment, at least. You know, I could be committed to someone, but I don't have to be monogamous if we agree on that.
Right.
So
I
don't like when people be like, oh, you can't be in a committed relationship. I can be.
It's the monogamous
part.
By the
So
way,
a lot of niggas
people
monogamy
think
scares them.
when they're like, oh, well, if you want to fuck someone else, like, look, sexual desires don't necessarily mean anything else within finding a partner. Like, I could want to fuck other people, but want you for the rest of my life.
Exactly. So,
I agree.
But to go back to it, like, I was subconsciously doing this at that time. Like, I wasn't quite. I was lying to myself in a way to the point, like, you lie to yourself so much, you start convincing yourself. I think we've all done this in certain parts of our lives, you know, where there's like, well, the job pays well, but you hate it and you want to leave or something like that, you know? So you lie to yourself to convince you, like, oh, I'm staying here for like more years than I should.
Right. Yeah.
But like
6 more months.
So I feel it. When I was doing that, and it came to a point where I was doing some self-realization where I was just like, you know, I don't like, what would it be like to not lie to myself at all, right? And I was like sitting down having this conversation with myself, really. And I was realizing I've done that to women where I'm like, damn, I give them enough. I give them enough affection. I give them good dick, might I add. And then I take them out.
Subjective.
Well, yeah. Well, to their subjection, they agree. So then, and then I take them out. You know, I'm cool with their friends. I make everybody laugh. I make them laugh. You know, I treat them well. I respect them as human beings. I respect them. I'm not disrespectful. And I realize I'm doing that, but then I'm not. There's like certain steps to the next level stuff that I'm not doing. You know, so like I won't be as consistent in their life because I know consistency will run into that conversation of commitment and a relationship. And when I was realized I was doing that, I was like,
meeting the parents.
Yeah,
that was one of the
meeting the
shit
parents.
on Insecure, like bringing that's someone around family, like
family.
When I met parents, I was like, oh, he wants to be.
Oh, he want me.
Like my ex, like me and her little brother was cool out the rip. Like I knew that. I met my first girlfriend's parents, her whole family, and her little sister became someone I was cool with for a while before me and her like broke up and stuff. So like that stuff, like all that stuff, like that's it. But I would put a wall right there. You know, and like to avoid that stuff and then just give her all the like.
How do we read this wall?
I think to me, I mean, you got to ask yourself, okay, like how consistent is he in your life? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Right. And then if you were wanting a relationship, to the women out there, if you want a relationship, there's questions that you're going to have to ask him, right? Ask those questions. How is he answering those questions?
Right.
Is he running around it? Is he direct?
Is he like, I told you I ain't want nothing from the beginning.
You know what makes niggas every time? I feel like it's classic, but it always works. But it generally works because it'll push you away from a nigga that you don't need to be with. Uh-huh. Bro, when you stop being on a dick. Like, even when I'm consistently trying, like, you know what? I see this is going nowhere. I'm done. Suddenly, bam. These niggas want to do.
But that's an ego thing. But that's still a man. Just an ego thing. Still a man being manipulative.
Even if it's just an ego thing, some men then realize
it can be, but it can't be a wake up call. It can't be.
And now you know what? I don't want you out of my life. And then it's like, oh, I'm already fucking other niggas.
Well, let's go ahead. Let's rush. Let's. We gotta hurry up. Weezy said, "Oh my god, we gotta go.
I'm only hurrying up because I want time for our patrons.
We're gonna do our Patreon episode. We just do the questions. We got you. So we're gonna get into our home mail. It's called "Deprived of Life's Pleasures." Hey, ladies, love the show. Thanks for being the pick me up I need during my morning commute or in the office at my desk. Our listeners have jobs. Just need you to know. I've been in a relationship with my boyfriend for 2 years now. I love him to death. He's literally my best friend. We don't argue. He's borderline perfect. The sex was great. So, for personal health reasons, he just hasn't been in the mood for sex in quite some time. I'm talking 3 to 4 months. We just haven't been fucking.
Fuck.
I'm trying to be the understanding girlfriend, but your girl is frustrated. My sex drive has always been on 100, and listening to the podcast plus watching porn has me wanting to try new things, or at least keep doing the old things, something. He just ain't feeling it. All the toys in the world can't sum up to the real thing, and I just find myself super tense and grumpy over little shit.
Damn.
I don't know what to do because I'm not the type to step out and find it elsewhere. I would never do that to him. But a bitch is bored in bed. SOS, send help. Signed, D on E. I thought that was cute.
Great.
I like
that was a
that.
great
Cute
email.
as
That
fuck.
whole
That's
email was
cute.
great.
Right?
I like
Right?
that.
Thank you, listener, for knowing how to spell and not having me triple over words and trying to understand what the fuck
Well, you the
Make-
one who said,
it make you sound
let's take
stupid.
jobs, but you
I
know
was
we've
like-
had some dumb bitches.
No, we do have
Yeah.
some, and I'd be like, what y'all
Yeah,
writing?
but-
I can't
yeah.
even.
Not everybody can write that
So,
level.
what would you, I guess, both of you, what would you guys advise her to do in this scenario where she said health reasons? I'm
No, I
hoping
was saying
maybe
the
he don't
only-
have a breakout.
The only thing that's tough.
I mean,
3 months is a long break.
no, that's a long. I don't
Yes,
think
I don't
breakouts
think that's
last
what
that
it is.
Oh
long.
no! Wait, hold on. She's right. If a man gets HPV and they end up getting genital warts, they
I
could
love how we're
last.
assuming that this is what it is. It's not that. Come on.
I mean, okay, so
It's
what
not
is it?
that.
So personal health reasons. Why would a guy be in a sex drought to where he no longer wants to have sex?
Man, the problem with this is like I wish I knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? So I could actually give her my thoughts as clear as
Right.
possible.
Did she say that they talked about it?
I don't think that she did. I
So
don't.
then,
I
girl,
don't-
why
I
you
don't
wrote
know.
us? You know the answer to this shit.
I
No
mean,
shade,
They,
but like,
they might have. Who knows?
I
though?
just feel like a lot of times
he has to know.
There's
3 to
simple
4 months.
answers.
3 to
for
4
emails,
months. He
right?
knows why.
Everybody
he's not.
know. Everybody in the room
And
knows.
I don't want to sit here
They
and
live
say he
together?
cheating, but I mean, I'm sorry.
He
it's
either
health
has
reasons,
genital warts,
though.
he's cheating.
I mean, if he does, and sheesh. But like, cause
I mean, so health reasons, I will say.
I'm sure she's seen his dick in that.
I
time,
want to
right?
bring it. Yeah, I probably
She
want to
had
bring
to.
it into
Showers.
maybe a mental health. So there is a guy that I know, and I brought him up before. Very, very close with him. He's a good friend of mine, and he's having the issue right now between wondering if he's still sexually attracted to women because he's now had
Girl,
this
stop.
a fixation with
Now she
trans
about to think her
women.
man is
I swear to
gay.
God, no. So he's been
She's
liking
just giving
trans
her
women.
example.
And so the conversation of to where he now only can watch trans women porn. He like reaches and talks to them to where he now doesn't know
That's his
if
Does he have a girlfriend though?
he did.
That's his thing.
Well,
But now that's why it's just like he's like now like I don't know if women is really what arouses me anymore because I get
Right.
so aroused by
Okay, so from all the speculating,
No,
trans
chill.
women, herpes,
we're making it all
and
bad.
cheating.
All right,
I
well,
feel
here's
like
what I'll tell
that's-
her. On a serious note, here's what I'll tell her. I'll say, for whatever the health problem is, do as much research as you can about that.
Look
Find
at
out what you
being-
can on
he
your
right.
end.
Because
Being
generally, if
sound.
he's depressed, like you would know.
Depression, yes,
but
is a big
that's
thing.
what I'm saying.
mentioned that.
Whatever it is, like I would do as much research about that and kind of learn about that as much as possible to see how you can cope with it. Not only how he could cope with it, how you could cope with it, and how you guys could cope with it together.
What if it's just schmegma? Like, how do y'all get rid of that?
Ugh. You know what that is?
No.
It's-
It's like Kodak Black. You know what monogamy means?
Eh. Oh, well, you probably
don't.
don't have schmegma because you
Schmegma
circumcised.
is dick cheese.
It's like
Dick cheese? Is that like stinky shit?
no,
it's like when you
white
pull the skin back and like
and
it
there's
can have
stuff
the ring.
in it.
I'm circumcised.
Yeah, so that's why I said you probably
Oh, yeah.
don't even know about that.
You know, it's still like a
That-
word.
well,
Oh,
regardless,
yeah.
whatever.
I'm just playing. I
Word of the
just
day,
wanted
word
that
of the
shit
day,
before we
word of the
started this
day.
podcast.
Yeah, but I guess okay. So
Oh,
we'll
let me
go
get
ahead.
And then
Christmas
communicate with
present.
him. And then
She
communicate with him.
stay bringing people gifts.
I just really, you know,
That's
give
That's for me.
No, sorry,
Oh.
boo. I didn't know
wait,
you were-
wait, you have something
I
for
didn't know
me?
you were coming, but
Oh, bitch! I thought it was for. What is this? I ain't even gonna hold you because she brought like Andrew Schultz and Charlamagne
Ain't this
gifts and
about a
shit.
bitch?
So I was
Ain't
just
this about
like,
a
I ain't
bitch?
gonna lie. What is this?
you got to read it. Read it aloud.
No,
What does it say?
bitch.
It's a coffee mug with our
With
pictures
our
on
faces
it.
on
Read
it. Bitch, I
it.
don't even like you like that. Now I gotta look at you
Oh,
every
just
day.
read it.
Use this for your daily coffee so you see my face every day.
She just said that. And she literally just said,
You think
now I
wanna
gotta see your face.
Every goddamn day. We barely make it twice a month, goddamn it.
That's amazing.
It's
But,
cute, right?
No, this is cute.
So we went to-
You
I
like
had a
cheesy
show-
shit like this. She used to be with an ex. She makes like calendars and.
But you fuck with
funny-
white guys, right? Like,
Yeah, well, she did this for the black guy.
so
I
you
know.
corny. So
She
like,
corny as
you
fuck.
No,
corny.
I had 2 black men when I went to LA and then Beard Bay. So
Yeah,
it's
but
recent.
you do.
I'm on a new wave,
No,
bitch.
I'm
I'm fucking
saying-
niggas
yeah,
again.
you
She
do,
on a
but I'm-
roll. She on a roll.
You know, I
Two.
guess.
You know.
I guess. Anyways, I guess.
But I don't know
since
if you
this-
heard that last part for the listener. I'm sorry, but like communicate with him after you've done your research and whatever you have to do. Then talk to him thoroughly.
She about to
about
DM
it.
you for advice.
I
now,
was
nigga,
about
the
to
way you
say,
going
in the
in.
meantime,
With
y'all
your
if y'all
therapy
like
shit,
the way
Dr.
he
Jackson.
sounds, go ahead and let our listeners know where they can find you. If y'all, a lot of y'all are hopping also in our DMs and emails about how to bag a blue check. Well, here you go, slide in this nigga DMs. What's your,
weak.
what's
Is that an
where's-
actual question?
No, it is everyone. They ask me
How
how I
can I
get athletes,
bag
how
a
can I
blue
bag
It's
a blue
part of our
check?
Patreon question. questions.
Yeah, it is. It's like it's a thing. So
We're
where
gonna
can
sit
our
on this
listeners find you? Because we got to go. We got to record another episode, boo.
Bet. Ron J, RONEJAE, and that's my Instagram and Twitter because that's all I have.
And at this point, I will say, ladies, he needs to get a check from Invisalign because you looking great,
Improved,
man.
right?
I'm not even gonna lie.
Yo,
you
you
looking
made me
great
start
over
wearing
there.
my shit again. I think
You
I told you
looking-
that.
Oh, yeah, I'm proud.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't wearing my-
I know.
Accountability
I
partners.
could tell you wasn't. No, I'm just playing. Let me stop playing with
God.
you. Let me stop playing with you. Anyway, y'all know y'all can follow us.
Take my mug back.
You know, we going on tour, guys. Hope to see you guys soon.
If you are a patron, by
yes,
the
there you
way,
go.
and the show is sold out, we do have tickets we're holding in each city for all of our patrons. You guys are the reason that we even started this tour, frankly.
It's the reason we can afford it.
Seriously, like we
amazing.
put down all our
Wow.
down payments and shit. We paid venues in full, my nigga.
Hey.
Because of y'all.
Oh yeah, we not even doing deposits. We like, we could give you the whole check now.
How much?
Okay,
Yeah.
look at y'all. That's
Somebody
so
was
dope.
like,
oh,
making
you guys
money.
need a projector? That's an extra $300. I was like, bitch, I ain't asked. Ho.
No, she lying. This bitch ain't want to spend $100 on
No,
3
she right.
mics. And I said, bitch, we need wireless mics. You like to
It's
get up
Jew
in the
me,
audience.
bro.
Right,
It's the
right,
Jew.
right.
But yeah, go ahead, become a patron. That's patreon.com/horrible decisions. Thank you guys.
If you
go
are,
ahead.
that's
Anything
right.
else?
If you want to hear some more of Sarunas, he is going to be interviewing us on a Patreon
yes.
special episode.
And
You
he
guys
gonna
sent-
ask us all the questions.
Yeah, y'all
bitch.
sent us some questions, and so
He said he gonna ad lib
that's right.
too. So
He said he wanted to do a podcast.
So if y'all want to hear
practice.
more of this voice, because clearly he should be a sex phone operator, go ahead and become a
still a
patron.
thing.
Anyways, guys, this has been yet another episode of Horrible Decisions. Bye.